Israel taking on Pereira this
Yeah.
week. Like, how inspiring, man. Like, the guy's lost to him 3 times, and he's like, he knows, man. Like, he knows that if he loses again, like, he's probably not going to fight for a title for a little bit.
Yeah.
How much higher can the stakes get?
Can't get any higher. Have
No.
you been watching his training footage?
I've been watching some of the embeddeds.
He's got his own channel. I think it's called Freestyle Bender, and he puts up all these videos of all the shit that they're doing. And this motherfucker's going so hard.
Yeah.
He's going so, like, you can see he's just broken at the end of some of these sets and training sessions. It's just he's going as hard as he possibly can with this mindset that there's a way to conquer this guy. There's a way to beat this guy. And I'm so fucking pumped. I can't imagine. I mean, it's 2 fucking days away, man.
I know.
It's 2
Are you
days
gonna call
away.
it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you are nice.
I can't wait.
Lucky. I know. I thought about going, and then but I'm gone too many weekends. But man, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
And Masvidal and Burns. I kind of want to see who wins that fight too.
That's a very interesting fight.
Pereira was wearing like some Pokemon jean jacket or something.
Pereira was?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It was
He can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah, for real, dude.
Yeah.
I shook that guy's hand, and it was like shaking like one of these things, man. It was like his hand was like this big. I was
Huge.
like, yeah.
He's a genetic freak.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with that guy. He's incredibly mentally tough. He's got insanity in the power punches and strikes. You watch him hit guys, and you can tell like right away. They're like, oh fuck, like you could see it. He puts it on them, and they're like, oh Jesus Christ, like the danger is so high. He's got that one punch KO power, one strike KO power, and he's so intelligent about how to place it on a chin. He really knows how to hit people there. And then on top of that, he's fucking enormous.
Yeah, he's big.
You can't believe that guy weighs 185 pounds. You know, I walk around, I'm probably like 200 pounds. How the fuck is that guy 15 pounds lighter than me? He's so much bigger than me. He's huge. And then you see him get into the cage, he's like 225 when he fights, when he rehydrates, which is just bananas.
Seriously, so like I was actually watching Izzy and Pereira the first fight recently, and he has his hands in a spot too where he's almost like hit me. You know? Like, come on, hit me.
Yeah, he's almost baiting you.
Yeah, because he, like that size of a guy fighting a guy like Israel, that to me is where I like really understand why that fight went the way that it went a little bit, is because when someone that big compared to you is standing there kind of like this and just like marching you down with their hands down, it's a little bit intimidating to just be like, well, do I just like nail this guy? Because if he slips and I like don't hit him, he's gonna like chuck and fuck me up. So I think that's a little bit of like a giant advantage for that dude.
It's also, he's got a very unusual stance.
Yeah.
He stands straight up and he keeps his hands like this, and he just sort of like straight, and then he throws kicks with no telegraph, and he doesn't throw them full power. But he's got so much power that when he starts throwing those low kicks, like I watched the first fight a few times now, the first MMA fight, and he fucked Izzy's calf up multiple times in that first round with zero telegraph. So it's not like one of those like dig in and turn your body over. It's just top. Yep. He's just throw it, and it doesn't come out of anywhere. You're not seeing any reads.
Yeah. Those are the toughest guys to fight, honestly. The guys that don't telegraph anything.
Yeah.
You're plenty powerful just having all that adrenaline in you. You don't need to be loading up too much.
That said, if you go back and watch the first fight, Izzy was winning that fight. Izzy was winning the grappling exchanges. He took him down, controlled him on the ground, and he was doing great in the striking, rocked him in the first round, had him in real trouble. If that first round is 30 seconds longer, Izzy retains his title. So it's one of those things, just like, this is not a mismatch, and it's not like, boy, I feel sorry for Izzy. No, it's like, whoa, how is this going to go down?
Yeah.
How is this going to go down? And when you got a guy with a mind like Izzy's, where he's so fucking determined and so smart and so laser focused, he thinks he's got the solution. He thinks he's got it. He's going to figure it out. And then you've got this other thing where when someone becomes a champion, there's this sort of school of thought that they almost immediately become 10 or 20% better.
Yep. I have heard that. I wonder why. I mean, yeah, when were they were saying that with Leon and Usman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, Leon certainly looked better in the second fight, but I feel like Kamaru looked a little apprehensive. I felt like in that fight, like maybe there was something going on. So Izzy's the favorite.
I mean, he was winning most of the fight.
Interesting. Yeah, but he lost by TKO. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Look at the 7-1 versus 23-2 or something.
Yeah, crazy with MMA. It's
that's true.
It's I mean, it's a very close line that could change easily if more money comes in on Pereira.
You know, like even a guy like Pereira, I was watching some of his like highlights and stuff earlier this week.
Right.
But when he hits someone, bro, their head snaps back.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely, so you can never really tell, I guess, how hard those types of things you can't. It would be super hard to like judge from a subjective point, but I definitely agree with you that there needs to be like clear set, like this is worth more than this. This is worth more than this. Like if I get a takedown, but I've been beating you up for a minute and you get a takedown on me, actually, like what's the balance there so that I don't have to fucking guess while I'm in the middle of like trying to like beat this guy up.
Yeah, I think a larger number.
That's
I
a
don't
good
think 10-9. I don't think 10-9 makes any sense to me. It's just too much room for interpretation, too much room for subjectivity. I think we should have some really large number. That seems, it's just such a different sport than boxing. 10-9 makes sense in boxing. 10-8, he got a knockdown. Makes sense. It does not make sense in MMA. Because like you'll see guys get knocked down and win the round.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, how hurt was he on that knockdown and what should that count for? You know, we don't count knockdowns in the same way that boxing counts knockdowns. Where you, like, if you're watching, like, Caleb Plant and Benavidez, if Benavidez knocks Caleb Plant down, you know that's a 10-8 round.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, oh, he's got a 10-8 round, he won that round. That is not the case in MMA where there's a clear-cut thing that you could point to and say, you know, there's so many fights that are so goddamn close. Like Sugar Sean and Piotr Jan, perfect example. Like, Jesus Christ, that was a close fight.
Yeah.
Why? And you got to like really look at it to try to figure out who won. I think they got it right, but when I first saw it, I thought they got it wrong because I first saw it and Piotr was on top at the end of it. I was like, I think he got it. And like, oh, wow, he won. But I was eating. I was backstage at a green room after a comedy show, hanging out with friends. But watching it alone, I was like, okay, that is a complex fight where it's close, but I think they got it right.
I do too.
I think there should be a complete overhaul of the scoring system. And I think they should have some sort of a conference where they get together with experts and world-class referees and judges and trainers and fighters, and everybody has input. Do it at like that UFC Fighter Week thing that they do in July, and have a fucking conference where they literally sit down and try to remap the way we score fights, because there's no reason to keep scoring them this way. No one's holding a gun to our head. No one's making this 10-9 thing. We just adopted it because when we wanted to be sanctioned in the initial part of it, you had to get through the athletic commissions, Nevada State Athletic Commission being the best, and all these other ones, you know, being secondary. But they had a system that was already in place, so we took that system from boxing and we applied it to MMA.